9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, go. Okay. We're going to start off at the house. Okay, this is based off of a Final Fantasy VI sprite. I can tell that much already. We'll see what Uncle's got for us. I'm going to grab this sign. I'm going to use it to kill a blue guard. And that will allow me to check the tree pull and get $2. So yeah, one of the folks that I watch routinely is like, they always check this area first, just in case the flute's here, or if they get a sword, they'll do escape. Alright, no, none of that. Okay. Save and quit. From there, we're going to go to the sanctuary. We get a key. Oh no. That means I definitely got to do the back of escape now. Ugh. Cloud, no! You're supposed to be a soldier. Alright, we got some bombs at least, so I don't gotta worry about that going into the village. And hey, you know, now that the race is going live, I will tell the joke that I told folks in group chat earlier. Alright, that's just gonna be $4. I don't want $4. Not worth my time. Hey, bushcrab, what do you have? Bombs. Bombs are worth my time. Give me bombs. That's miserable. I only got 4 bombs from that guy. Okay, so the race room, when it's generated every week, has a random title based off of a property from the game. Bombs! I don't need those. Kill that pickle. And this week's race room is called Splendid Baby Shield. Which is, I believe, a reference to the little blue shield you get from your uncle, usually when he gives you a sword. I'll grab that, sure. I, however, saw that, and my first thought was, isn't that like just a synonym for an IUD? And I could not say that in the race room because Saku's community is very PG-13. Right, I killed a bunch of things. What's my tree pull? Full magic. Okay. If I ever get anything that uses magic, that will be useful. And I'm just reminded, like, if I'm watching her like do a stream, if I raid her after a stream or something, I'm watching, and she'll, you know, just the internet self-censoring of, like, you know, saying heckin'. Or fudging. Oh, there's Baby Shield. Okay. That sort of thing. We've all seen it. Meanwhile, I'm over here. One of my earliest film reviews was for a movie from my childhood that I have a fondness for, called The Lollipop Dragon and the Great Christmas Race. And one of the comments on it is just somebody being like, "My father worked on this movie. You could perhaps stand to swear less." And I'm like, hey man, I'm super happy to have the movie. But anybody who watched it back in the day is a full-grown adult right now. God, so many $20. How are all 3 chests red rupees? What's going on? That does not seem probable. Alright, well I just gave him 50 bucks. And I bonked. I didn't get the chicken clip. The uncles have returned. God, you know what's a really good movie that probably... I wish it had a sequel, but I understand why it can't have a sequel, is The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Ooh, flippers. So, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. was like a property from the 60s, you know, it's spy stuff. You know, it basically very generic spy stuff. It's American James Bond. 10 arrows. Don't need that. We're just gonna go straight into the foot race. I'm not gonna bother checking. Yeah, it was fun. Henry Cavill is in it. Hugh Grant shows up towards the end. It's got good action. It's got a fun soundtrack. The plot is good. It's about like an American spy and a Russian spy that have to work together in order to stop a nuclear threat. Ooh, half magic. I definitely want that. Alright, well, armed with that, I guess we're gonna go back to the house and we'll check South Shore. I still don't have a proper weapon, I just have bombs. I just have bombs. Is all I've gotten so far money? And like arrows and bombs and shit? What the heck? Okay, weird. Weird. Anyway, it's a fun movie, but here's the problem. So Henry Cavill plays the American spy, Napoleon Solo. Great name. Love it. But his Russian counterpart is played by Armie Hammer. Disgraced actor Armie Hammer. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to go to Agina. We'll do this first. Wannabe cannibal Armie Hammer. So, as much as I enjoyed the first movie, I know that they can't really... They could switch him out, I suppose. He was really good in it. I want him to not be a cannibal. Yeah, they could find a new Russian guy. They could drop him. They could have him get shot in the back at the start of the movie. But also, it's been like 10 years, I want to say, since they made the first one. Ooh, Moon Pearl. Not useful. Thanks, Agina. So it's probably not going to happen. But it was fun, and it ended with a good premise of, like, we're gonna have this team that consists of the American guy, and the Russian guy, and there's a German girl, and a British fella. And they all have to work together to solve world-threatening problems in a new UN-based organization, U.N.C.L.E. Yeah, the UN stands for Uncle. Are you serious? Okay, well. Make this shit count. Alright. Can't do it. I'm all out of bombs. We'll come back. I knew I should have bought bombs. I can't even check Ice Rod Cave because I don't have bombs to blow it open. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna check the fella under the bridge. And yeah, the Kingsman movies were good. There's, like, oh God, they had the issue of they just killed everybody. You know, like, second movie, what's the first thing they do? The whole organization's wiped out. What's the last thing they do? They also kill fucking Merlin. Like, okay. So we're just left with the American agency, and, we're left with the American agency and two guys. And, like, I like Mark Strong. Mark Strong is great. So him being taken out of the movies kind of has me like, oh. I mean, they'd have to at that point. That's the American agency. Alright, we're gonna go into the waterfall cave. We got 10 arrows. Heart. God. Okay. I'm going to check to see what's on the ledge up here. If it's something useful, I can use it. It's a sword. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go get that sword, and then I'll be able to properly do Moldworm Cave and Ice Rod Cave. It'll be okay. They did give us that Kingsman prequel, The King's Man with Ralph Fiennes. I really want to make my friend who's a... Oh, right, I don't have money for you. I really want to make my friend who's like a big history buff about like... It's basically the Napoleonic era up into the First World War. I want to make her watch it. Because she'll either hate it viscerally or laugh at how stupid some of the stuff is. Because that prequel does have a lot of stupid stuff. But, like, you know, it's not trying to be serious. They have Rasputin on a table doing a Russian sword dance to fight guys. You're not supposed to take it seriously. Please don't take it seriously. I still can't believe what they did with the end credits scene. God, now I almost have enough money for Zora. Hey, 8 bombs. You know what? I'm gonna guess I'm gonna get some money in here too. Bombs. There's money. Okay, we have Zora money. Bombs. Health. Bombs. What is... I used all of my bombs and was one short to get in, and then the back was just full of bombs. Oh, I'm miserable. Yeah, there was like just an evil, shadowy organization made up of various historically relevant figures from the First World War era. Just all thrown together, all slapdash. Like, imagine if somebody took, like, the concept behind... Oh, hammer, okay. The concept behind the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Which is just, like, historical figures, or literary figures working together to solve world problems. And then they said, what if we applied that to historical figures, too? Just instead of using, like, you know, Sherlock Holmes, they opened a history book instead. Alright, we have 500 rupees. We're going back to Zora. It feels like he will have something for me. If I was smart with my money, I could have gotten this the first time. We'll find out what he's got. Also, what's my crystal situation? Okay. I can't go into the Dark World, but I can go through the castle. So I guess I'll do Hyrule Castle. If Zora gives me a lamp, I can also do Aghanim. No, I can't. I need a Master Sword. The glove! Okay. I'm very glad I came back then. Glove means I can get in the back of Escape, so we'll go back there first. Yeah, here's an example of something incredibly stupid from the movie. But also, it just makes me laugh. The reason why in the lore of the film the US didn't get involved in the First World War until as late as it did is because President Wilson was being blackmailed because he had an affair with Mata Hari. Somebody came up with that. You know what? I don't want to do Back of Escape in the dark just yet. I don't want to check Dark Cross. Dark Cross can wait. No, not Gandhi. Mata Hari. She was like a spy. It's different person. That would be very different. Yeah. Although he was also, like, I mean, he was around for the First World War, but he's more Second World War era type figure. I believe India got their independence in what, like the 50s? That sounds right. Oh, bombs. Great. I'm not good at that setup. A guard just fell to his death there. Oh yeah, no, like, the war scenes were absolutely brutal, like, yeah, they did get that part right. I am flubbing this dungeon. It feels, I don't know, Ralph Fiennes is such a good actor to me that he feels, I don't want to say wasted, but he feels very out of place to me. Cool. I learned how to do that earlier today. The map. I hate it. Okay. There's something in the back of Escape. Alright, well, we're gonna go see what Sahasrahla has, I guess, in the back of his closet. It's probably our lamp. I have Dark World access. I have the hammer and a glove. What am I doing? Alright, we'll check the back of Sahasrahla's closet, and, I don't know, we'll see what we do after that. Probably Village of Outcasts. Did not get the super speed. That's a shame. Okay, $5. 20 bucks. 10 arrows. Where is all of the goods? Alright, save and quit. Let's go back to the sanctuary. We'll go over to Kakariko. See what we can find. And yeah, it's it's maybe a little fucked up to me that the movie just goes like, here's a jokey fight scene with somebody spinning around on top of a table doing little kicks. Just little kicks to people's faces. And then they also have like brutal trench warfare. You know, just it's whiplash. It's tonal whiplash. Imagine a Looney Tunes cartoon, except at some point, Yosemite Sam pulls out a gun and just blows off Daffy Duck's head, and there's like gore and viscera everywhere. That's what happened here. Alright, what are we looking at here? I'm gonna go to the village, because I don't have the fire rod, so I can't even do most of Skullwoods. Well, I can do most of Skullwoods, but there's probably not anything in Skullwoods for me. Basically, I have shit weaponry. I don't want to approach Skullwoods yet. No! No! That game costs money to play. I don't have a lot of it. So I went to Zora. I needed to, though, so, you know. 300 bucks. My problems are solved. This seed has been so strange. What's his diet? These comments not approved for Saku-Racing League. Oh, look, the mirror. Okay, we can make use of the mirror for sure. I don't want to do the digging game yet. No, yeah, let's go do the digging game. There's stuff down here. I gotta leave the blacksmith frog behind. It's okay. It's fine. We're not on blacksmith chain yet. We are officially just skipping him for the time being. Like, please, money. This is an expensive game. Are you serious? I just wanted to find money in the ground, not like it be the prize. What is happening? Alright, let's get out of here. Before the timer hits 0 and a dialogue box pops up. Alright, we're going to check K45 first. Because if it's a shovel, I can use it to dig up in the meadow. It's bombs. I don't care for them. God, when I said earlier that, like, the joke answer to who my favorite actor is, arrows. Jesus Christ! The joke answer to who my favorite actor is was Christopher Lambert. Here's the thing. I have intentionally gone out of my way to purchase a lot of movies that this man has made. When I visited you in Alberta, we watched one of his movies. That ridiculous murder mystery chess game movie. That's not even the worst movie I've seen him in. Please, anything useful. No. He's... Yeah, I mean, I liked Highlander. Highlander's a lot of fun. Yeah, we have the hammer. Let's go check Pyramid Ledge. And like then that was the whole thing was, oh, he was in Highlander. And nobody other than me knows any other movies he's done other than possibly Tarzan. He was in the live-action Tarzan movie that was meant to cash in on the Tarzan being like a somewhat recognizable IP. Back in like, I want to say 81? It's weird to think about Tarzan as a hot property, but it was at a time. The lamp! Possibly important. Well, until we find a bow, we can't exactly make use, we can't exactly finish, Palace of Darkness. What dungeons? Okay. Turtle Rock is pendant. Ice Palace is pendant. We don't gotta do Turtle Rock. Yeah, maybe they, I don't know, maybe they like had a deal with a studio or something, and so they like really wanted to cash in on Tarzan as a thing. It was like the name of the movie was something like Lord Greystone, Master of the Apes, or something like that. So like it was Tarzan, and it wasn't like trying to disguise that it was Tarzan. It's just like it was like they brought him home after finding him in the jungle. Which is not how most Tarzan IPs go. Blue Cane. Alright. Yeah, no, this is fine. Ow. I think this is a shortcut. Find out if I remember this correctly. Yeah! We're going up the mountain. So I do have access to East Death Mountain as well, by using the hammer to clear the bridge. I don't need your bombs. But yeah, no, he's done a lot of bad stuff. I have a knockoff of 7 that I really want to make people watch at some point called Resurrection. Like, where 7 is somebody doing, like, numerology to, you know, do, like, 7 deadly sins type crimes. Resurrection is also a biblically based serial killer, basically. But the head investigator on the case is none other than Christopher Lambert, the Highlander himself. And his absolutely bizarre Swedish accent. I have that. I have, goddamn. Okay. He's in I think it's a Cronenberg film called Fortress, where he's in jail for having, too many children in, like, dystopian America. No super speed. Goddamn. Okay, Spectacle Rock's $50. I will grab that, just because I'll be going through that way. That's also $50. I don't care about that one. I could check Spike Cave. Spike Cave is up for grabs. I'm not going to do it yet, though. Fairy. Well, she's out of reach. Whatever. It's a crystal. Let's go do it. I don't have the hook shot, so I gotta do this the old-fashioned way. Hey, bombs. That's one item. There's 2 items in this dungeon, and one of them is bombs. We're off to a great start. You're either a small key or a big key. What size key are you? Fire, get out of my way. The big key. Okay. You're going upstairs. Yeah, he just gets put in this maximum security prison, and his wife is like in the women's wing of the prison, because obviously she's also involved in having the babies. Like, it's supposed to be like, what if America had like China's one-child policy type thing? Red Foreman is he's in charge of the prison. It feels strange to me that Tarzan is not a public domain character. Well, I mean, he might be now, but at the time he was not a public domain character. That feels very odd to me. Just because he feels so old. Okay, he is now. Good. It'd be like if Mowgli wasn't. I'm like, the dude who wrote that was like doing English colonial stuff in India. Which I recognize I said earlier only ended in the 50s, but still. Oh boy, the map. Okay, our second item is either in the basement or on the boss. I'm gonna find out what we gotta do. Give me heart. Oh yeah, no, no! Disney absolutely just made so many... Disney funded some politicians. Put it that way. And as a result, yeah, copyright is broken. I mean, here's the thing. The compass. God damn it, I gotta go into the basement. Here's the thing. Steamboat Willie, when it went over to public domain, a couple of people did like some schlocky, you know, horror parody things. But like, not a whole lot happened. They spent billions of dollars on politicians to buy. And it apparently wasn't for much of anything, because when Steamboat Willie ran up, not a whole lot happened. No! God damn it. Although I will say this is amusing. I've been watching somebody's reactions to the 2017 DuckTales series, and they had like a Castaway reference. Donald Duck was marooned on an island, and he was stuck there for years, and he wound up like... Oh, that's weird. I got a Discord bleep. I should be in streamer mode. Are you serious? Yeah, but I should be in streamer mode, so I shouldn't actually get, like, bleeps. Was it audible on your end? Did the stream hear it? Dang. Okay. Streamer mode has failed me. What's going on? Alright, what's that? That's the book. The book! Okay, I might want that. I can't get into the Dark World on this side of the mountain yet. I need Titan's Mitts for that. Stop it. Anyway, so Donald Duck is... Donald Duck is trapped on an island, Castaway style. And he has a volleyball that he's, like, befriended, because it has a little face on it. And it looks like... It looks like a Mickey Mouse face. Like the shape of his head with the ears and everything. Disney did not want them to use Mickey's voice actor for that part. You know, the sound of the ball speaking to Donald Duck. So that's one of two things that I know Disney absolutely interfered with on DuckTales 2017. The other, of course, being that they weren't allowed to call a character Mark Zuckerberg. They put in a villainous tech bro billionaire. And they didn't let them call him Mark Zuckerberg. Absolutely criminal. Heart piece. Full heart. Another boomerang. Even when we find items, it's a double. The bug net. What's happening? See, yeah, like, okay. God, okay. At the time, this is like 2017, so not a lot of people, you know, people were mildly paying attention to Elon, but it wasn't like now. You know, everybody knew he was a weird guy. Some people thought he was super smart, but, like, nobody knew he was a Nazi yet at that point. They could have called him Elon Ducks. If he was, like, in the zeitgeist at the time. Unfortunately, he was not, so the character we got was named Mark Beaks. I'll take that. Alright, before we descend before we descend off the mountain, we are going to check Spike Cave. As mentioned, I can do it. And I have the blue cane, so I don't even got to take a bunch of damage along the way. But also, I feel the name Elon would have been a little bit more easily recognizable than Mark. Slightly more actionable. And, like, action is 100% what Disney was concerned about. I don't want to... It's possible Mark Zuckerberg is enough of a baby that... God damn it, $20? It's possible Mark Zuckerberg is enough of a baby that he would sue Disney over Mark Zuckerberg. I won't discount that possibility. I guess we'll check Dark Cross and see what I'm missing out down there. Yeah, I will say though, it is a very good show. I've sung its praises many times before. It is 100% a love letter to the Disney 90s cartoon block that happened, you know, for the bulk of the decade. Clearly somebody involved in that show was, like, a big fan. Ice Rod! I probably don't need that. I say probably, because Turtle Rock is not something I need to do, but also I might need to. I don't know, maybe it's possible Trinex has something I need. The hook shot! The hook shot could be in there. Trinex could have my hook shot. God, what am I doing? Why did I come down here? I meant to go to the Sanctuary and then go to Kakariko. Last week's movie absolutely got, like, just a roller coaster ride when it comes to copyright stuff, though. It came out of the public domain because it was made at the time when you needed to actually, like, register your IP in order for it to stick. These days, you get IP rights, you know, even if you don't, like, go to the patent office. Yeah, there was a time when you actually needed to write, like, copyright, you know, my name this year. on your finished product. Not so much anymore. The Third Man. That's the film. 49? Yeah, 49. After the war. I want my magic back. Give me that. Alright. We're gonna do the Thieves' Town dungeon. Anyway, it came out of copyright because they forgot to re-up it. And then it went back into copyright because of a US Supreme Court decision. So, like, there was a brief window of time when Criterion was able to print and sell DVDs of this movie. And they can't anymore. And they won't be able to for another 20 years. Thanks, Disney. They don't even own the rights. Actually, I'm not sure who does own the rights. Oh, okay, yeah, slightly blue armor. Alright, more like kind of greenish, teal. Yeah, we're gonna call this kind of this dark teal. Cloud with his dark teal armor. Small key. Alright. Oh, you know what? Maybe the bunny beam will put him in a dress. Ironic, because it's when he's at his strongest. It turns him into a chocobo. That's less... okay. You know what? I guess Cloud turning into Chocobo for his bunny beam is less problematic than will you die? Slightly less problematic than the implications of Cloud in dress is bad at fight. As we saw, Cloud in dress is good at fight and other things. No, out of my way. Oh, God. Oh, God. Why didn't I just use the blue cane in this hallway? God, I was talking to a friend about DuckTales the other day. No! Excuse me? Excuse me. You know what? No. Well, there's my hook shot. Okay. This is bad, though. Okay. Hey, what's my stun prize? Full magic. Will one of you guys drop, health? Will one of you guys drop anything? A prize pack can't just be nothing. My sword's so bad I can't even kill the bats. Absolutely miserable. I don't have powder, so I can't turn those anti-fairies into fairies. Didn't mean to go back in there. I kind of wish I'd bottled a fairy up on Death Mountain. I would feel a lot safer if I had a bottled fairy. God. Okay, I even have the small key. So I do need to check what's in the big chest. A little health. Thank God. And a little more health. Useful. Alright. Bonk. Okay, I didn't mean to bonk there. Heart piece. Where? There's another bloop. What is going on? How did this... How could this happen to me? Alright, it'll be okay. I'll fight the boss. He'll be a pushover. I have the blue cane. Blind is honestly one of those fights that's not difficult if you know how to do it. Because he takes a certain number of hits rather than a certain amount of damage. So even my baby sword I have here will get the job done. I'm just going to dodge for the time being and then pop the thing now. 1 hit. 2 hits. And he's dead. Okay. Blue cane, the best thing to bring to this fight. Alright, there's another crystal. We have that at least. No Titan's mitts yet. I guess I'm gonna go to the north. No, excuse you. There. He knows I hate him now. Okay. I'm going to check. There's a couple of things up here I can look at. I'll see what's on the bumper ledge, which I can't get because I need the cape for it, but it's good to know. Bumper ledge is heart piece. We're never going to get that. Next, we will be checking the graveyard ledge, which will require a mirror first, and then a bomb. And I know I say this every week, genuinely excited to see what my next movie is going to be. The list is winding down. It was $20. $20. There's still many things on there that I really want to see. Kiss of the Spider-Woman. The Linguini incident. The Doom Generation. A lot of neat things. And some things that I don't have as much excitement for. 10 arrows. God! What is happening? I'm sure Never Weekend will be fine. I'm sure it'll be interesting. I mean, Harold Lloyd was a big deal for a reason. Okay, all of those checks were a bust. Can I even... Oh, I have the lamp, I have the hammer, and I have the mirror and the hook shot, so I can do... Alright. I'm gonna save and quit and go to the house. We're gonna do Swamp Palace. It's going to suck because I still have Baby Sword, but still. We're gonna go to Swamp Palace. I can't believe I haven't found a sword upgrade yet. But there are 6 items in Swamp Palace. So, my odds are good. Okay, we'll drain the reservoir first and foremost. Okay. Now here's how you know I have Baby Sword. I can't kill these bugs in one hit. They're just water skimmers. They're not particularly tough in terms of bugs. Oh, that might have been nice to catch in the bottle. Look, Titan's mitts. Okay. This was the right place to go. Ow. Okay, the water skimmers are on the good item pack. Good to know. We are grabbing this key. Did I do that right? I did! Okay. I felt like I was maybe off to the side a little bit. Okay, so here's the problem with this, is we are still very much in a position where we cannot be skipping a bunch of things, so I'm going to open everything. We found one item so far, and there's, as I said before, 6. So 5 more things to find. Here's our big key. So in theory, we could go kill the boss. There's 2 items, okay. Not gonna just immediately go bum rush the boss though. I wanna actually... My sword's so baby. Yeah, I don't need this. I stole a key from earlier. I don't need to worry about that one. It's fine. But I don't have the red cane, so I'm not going to even try Diver Down. I know there's a trick you can do. You can use the bomb, like a bomb, to sort of force you into the same clip that you get out of doing Diver Down properly. I have not practiced that, so I'm not relying on that. Okay, and this is going to be, unless I find another sword along the way. Heart piece. God. Unless I find another sword along the way. Also, that's 3 items. 4 items. Discord blooping. Yeah, unless I find a sword along the way. I am probably going to be looking at doing a whole lot of item swapping in the fight against Argus here. Named after Ulysses' dog. 10 arrows. Water skimmers, what's going on with you? One of you dropped a fairy earlier. How come I'm not seeing any of those? Okay, do this drain. Normally I don't do this, but that's the situation we're in. I'll run down. I'm getting bullied. Compass, map. This room sucked. I just realized I can check Sick Kid. I have a bottle. Oh, and a Master Sword. It's good to see the Master Sword. I don't need it to get into the Dark World now, but, you know, it's good to see. It's important. You need it to kill Ganon. Even if I never find another upgrade for it, I can technically use this sword to kill Ganon. It just would suck to have to do it. I will still end up doing item swaps. Because as you can see, the hammer will kill these fuzzy things in just one hit. So this week we're not so much shaving an eyeball, we are plucking? I guess maybe we call this waxing an eyeball. I don't know. The problem is I don't know if this is... I mean, this is relatively quick. Unless if I miss, then it's a little slow. Wanted to grab 2, couldn't grab 2. It'll be okay, we have the ice rod. Wow, he jumped up there right away. Please cooperate, sir. There. 20 bucks! Whoa, money! What is with these items? Alright, well, we got our Titan's mitts at least, so there's that. That means we have access to the Dark World from any which way. Unfortunately, it also means, I don't know what to do next. I guess there's Death Mountain east side in the Dark World? We got 2! We got 2 red crystals! I'm checking Pyramid Fairy. There's no way this is a coincidence. Something has to be on Pyramid Fairy. Excuse you, you should be stunned. I hit you with the hook shot. Okay, just bring this bomb over to the place, drop it off, do the thing. Okay, 10 arrows and bombs. I'm about to lose my mind. What is happening? Alright, give us 2 red crystals so early and they don't even do anything for us. We are checking the other side of Death Mountain in the Dark World. And also opening Turtle Rock, but, well, maybe opening Turtle Rock. We'll find out what we need to open Turtle Rock. We will get the book. The book will give us access to Desert Palace. I have the hook shot. I should have gone the other way. It's very whatever. don't know if this is slower or not. It's fine. I want to be up here for this anyway. I'll get the book. I'll be able to run over and check the ether tablet. Okay. Bonk. 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 Okay. Is it Quake? It's Ether. One of the two I don't have. Hey, how many things have I killed? Let's find out. Enough for full magic. Okay. Okay, first up, we're going to hit Super Bunny Cave. Check the 2 chests in here. Ten arrows. And the mirror shield. We have upgraded from an IUD to a diaphragm. Is that an upgrade? I don't know. It's not. Good to know. Oh, $5. Red cane. We need that. And a red rupee. We don't need that. It's all like relatively like high-ish, you know, percent success chance, right? It's been some decades since I was given figures on this sort of thing, but I seem to recall they were like pretty much everything was in the 90s for like, you know, 90% for how effective their birth control was. Like, it's not like somebody was out there like, well, here's a method of birth control that has like a 60% chance of succeeding, and I'm like, so it's a coin toss. No, Lionels. Like, I don't imagine anything would stay on the market that long if they were like, it stops half of all babies. Alright, give me whatever you have, tablet. Magic powder. Magic powder puts magic bat into logic. Oh, yep, the only true method of 100% is not having sex. That is correct. So many of America's young males are successfully pulling off that strategy, even now. And yeah, that is the thing. You know, people not putting on condoms correctly, that sort of thing. Heart piece. Sick kid. I have so much health, and I've picked up so many arrows. There is that whole Jurassic Park thing as well. Blue potion. Oh my god. I need a bow. Give me a bow. Well, we have the Titan's Myth, so I'm gonna go into the Dark World again, and I'm gonna, I guess, do Smith Chain? Yeah, I'll do Smith Chain because that'll spit me out over by the Desert Palace. This is the correct course of action. God, there was an episode of House where, like, a lady came in and she was like, "What do you mean I'm pregnant? We haven't... The husband is being out of the country for a while." And, you know, so, like, House needed to basically convince these people that, like, immaculate conception was possible. He's like, yeah, occasionally somebody can just spontaneously get themselves pregnant. There you go. That's the explanation. House does not usually lie to spare other people's feelings. $20. I'm gonna do the hammer pegs first. Then I'll grab the chest. And then, since I don't have the shovel, I will save and quit. And go to the house with the purple chest. Unless, of course, I find the shovel here. It's bombs. Okay. It's a very punishing seed. By doing the save and quit while we have the chest, it'll come with me to my house. You know what, guard? Your life is spared. Now, I know that the dude I gotta bring the chest to is in the light world, but I'm doing this for a reason, trust me. You will see. I also want to loop in the Bombos tablet, basically. So I gotta be in the dark world for that. Okay, here we go. What's in the box? Heart piece. Heart piece. Alright, then we'll use the mirror over here and be able to check the Bombos tablet. Find out what we get from this one. Probably more arrows. $20. Absolutely miserable. Alright, let's go do the Desert Palace. Just got jazz handsed. Alright, well this does this. I'm gonna see if I can... Nope, no time. Okay. I was pulling up Discord to see if I could change streamer mode options. Because it does not seem to be doing streamer mode. Which, you know, whatever. It is what it is. But now my chat's covered up. Now my game's unselected. Oh, look, the big key. A hint tile. What do you got for me? Cash is in Eastern Palace. I know it. Big key means big chest. Let's go see what's in here. Compass. All right. I got stuck. Small key. All right. We will take the small key and we will go over here and open up the... There's two chests over here. And one of them, only one of them can be the map. Alright, we have a sword that actually does something. We love our Dorito blade in this house. And there's our map, okay. God, I still remember when I took my art history class. It was like an elective, and it was completely unrelated to anything else that I took, but I needed another elective, and I was like, art history, that sounds fun. I love that class. It was great. Very informative. I learned a lot. But one of the things that the teacher told us was that apparently in Italian Renaissance paintings, they're always painting Bible scenes, basically. That's a big thing, you know. And any time that they had to paint, Joseph, Jesus' Poppy, sort of, oh my god, it turned him into Zach. Apparently they would just make him look kind of clueless. I guess the sense of humor is that, like, you know, they could be on Maury. You are not the father. Here's the thing. I know that I said that it turned his sprite into Zach, but also it really didn't, because Zach has long hair. They tried, though. So now we have someone who actually was in Soldier. Kind of. It's confusing. I guess I'm using the ice rod on the graboids. I'm trying to use the ice rod on the graboids. That just didn't work well at all. There. I'll take it, sure. A bee in a bottle. A bee in a bottle. Alright, my options are swiftly dwindling. So I guess we will... save and quit, I guess. Okay. I'm gonna go to Skullwoods. I feel that should have worked, but it didn't. Whatever, I'll just dash. Skullwoods, here we come. If I find a fire rod in the dungeon, then that'll solve all my problems. If I don't find a fire rod in the dungeon, then I'll not get super far. Okay, let's start over here. Get this chest. A bow! Okay, well that solves one of our major problems. Finding that bow means I can officially finish Pod. But there is one more item in this dungeon. I can't believe I booched that so badly. So badly. Small key. Everything dropping full magic. Come on now. Map. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to stun that guy. Like that. Absolute worst case scenario, grappling into a pit. And small key. Which, honestly, 9 times out of 10, that's a small key. The good news is we have the red cane, so the next room in this place is not so bad. Skullwoods is one of those weird dungeons where you don't even need the big key. The big key can straight up be just locked in the big chest. You can never get it. Small key. Alright, finding that small key means we are done in here. The next part of that dungeon requires the fire rod, so we're not doing it. I'm gonna check the pedestal. I'm over here, I may as well, it could be something relevant. Plus, I'll save and quit out of here and then just, you know, go over. It's money! Okay, I at least don't need to worry about that. Okay, we'll go to my house. Grab some hearts from the pots. Why, I don't know. I've got the best armor in the game. I'm not going to take that much damage. In theory. I'm like, do I have the green pendant? I do not yet have the green pendant. But that's fine. Right, green pendant's in Turtle Rock. I hopefully am not going to get the green pendant. I mean, I'm not equipped to go get it right now. Actually, that's Skullwoods, okay. So I need the flute. God, for a second I thought the Misery Mire was a pendant as well, and I was like, oh, I don't even need the flute for this. I need the flute for this. Where's my goddamn flute? Hi, monkey. Monkey will open the thing for me. Alright. While the monkey was doing that, I enabled streamer mode. We should hear no more Discord bloops for the remainder of the game. See, I don't get it. The option for if OBS is open, then go to streamer mode. That's checked. Why did it not do it? Alright, so we have the bow, so I can take care of that guy. He's only vulnerable to arrows. There's our map. And in here, we probably have a small key. Small key. And I gotta hit the switch. I will then bonk to get up here. Grab that small key. Hit that crystal switch. And reset the room. In fact, in addition to resetting the room... Ow! Let's go get this. This could not necessarily be a small key. This could be important this time. Or it could be a small key. Sure. Remember, not necessarily a small key does not mean not a small key. The important thing is, now that I have 3 small keys, I can just open the front door here. No more going around the long way. Yeah, it could have been something else. It's worth checking. Sometimes. I'm never sure about when it's a good time to check. We don't have big key yet, so I am going to check over here. Grab these monies. And small key. And the cape. Okay. I do love the cape. It's stylish. Fire rod. Okay, well. No, I still need a flute. I was like, is that go mode? It's not. I'm gonna get hit. The fire rod will enable us to go finish Skull Woods. And after finishing Skull Woods, then I only need to find a flute in order to gain access to Misery Mire. And whatever medallion I need to get into that dungeon. But the Mire Shed area tends to have a whole lot of goodies in it, so I wouldn't be shocked if that's over there. I wanted to kill that lizard. Didn't work. Shovel! Okay. Oh my god, if the shovel gives us the flute, then it's got vanilla placement. That would be fun. Yeah, in the default game, the kid who gets turned into the stump guy, he used to play the flute, and he's like, I buried my flute in the haunted grove. Please go dig it up and play it for me one last time. And you go dig it up, and he's like, oh, it was good to hear. I'm turning into a tree now. And you're like, what? And then he turns into a tree. It's a little messed up. Perfect time to have a drink. God, I know I mentioned the Lollipop Dragon earlier. There's like 2 animated specials based off of it. The Christmas Race one, which I grew up with, and the other one, which I don't remember what it's even called, but ends in the most gruesome villain death I have ever... Like, it's so cursed. How is this thing for children? The bad guy goes into the forest full of evil mirrors, which hates him, because he stole one of the mirrors and is using it to have, like, magic powers of his own? Don't screw with magic mirrors. Never works out well. How are you not dead? And the forest just turns him into a tree. Like, slowly. And he just yells to the heroes for them to come help him, and they don't. And I'm like, that's super dark for a children's cartoon, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Let's hit him in the face. If you're interested, you can watch the Lollipop Dragon on YouTube. It's available there and also on VHS tape through Amazon. If you can find somebody selling an ancient copy of the game, or of the show. It never got a DVD transfer because I don't think the company exists anymore. Dude who came up with this concept, like, it was very, very, like, big for his britches. You know what? While I'm here, I'm also going to check Eastern. See, here's the thing. This isn't even Japanese. This is just an American guy who was like, I'm going to make a mascot that will rival Mickey Mouse. And he, of course, didn't. But I liked it. This might be like a Dennis the Menace situation, where two divergent cultures came up with a thing at the same time. Well, maybe not the same time, but like, you know, independent of each other. God, I love that. That came up on an episode of actually, that I watched. That's one item. Eastern Palace has 3, so that's 1. Oh, I know you meant the Fluke Kid thing. Like, oh! Fluke Kid, yeah, okay. Fluke Kid turning into a tree could be, like, based off of a Japanese myth, yeah, absolutely. I think the Lollipop Dragon guy was just like, what's a horrible thing I can do to this bad guy? Is our big key? Let's see what's in the chest. Our second item. Okay. No need to finish in there. Okay, well, we're going to save and quit. We're going to go... I guess we're gonna go do Skull Woods, finish that place. Then we just need to find a flute. Which could be anywhere. Well, there's a lot of places it could be. Yeah, once I finish Skull Woods, I will have basically 2 dungeons I could check? No, only 1. I don't have Ether Medallion. There's 1 dungeon I can check. Ice Palace. So if I don't get a flute from Skull Woods, then I'll be going to Ice Palace, I guess. Ice Palace has 3 items in it. Which isn't a lot, but it's not nothing. Oh, I have the shovel. I also have to check the dig spot. We'll do that after this. I don't know, somebody turning into a tree, like, because of, like, you know, capricious magical forces, it also feels like it could very well be a thing in Greek mythology, too. I don't know that it is, But if it was there, it would fit right in, right? It is? Well, there you go. We're going to go to the boss. We're just going to go fight the boss. That chest down there could be the big key, which, as established earlier, is not something I necessarily need for this dungeon. It is true, trees are kind of ubiquitous. They are one of the planet's best behaved life forms. You know, sometimes you can see a face in them. I could see that. You know, just how you occasionally see wood and there's like a face in it. Easy! 50 bucks. Oh my god, money! Apollo chased a woman with amorous intentions and she turned into a laurel tree, which Apollo then wore a laurel crown made out of. Apollo is a messed up fella. Okay, there's 2 chests left. No. There's nothing left for me in Skullwoods. Off we go. To the dig spot. God. Yeah, Pan chasing a nymph turned into reeds. Then he made a flute out of her. It's just... That's some Texas Chainsaw Massacre shit right there, man. That's what that is. You know, instead of Leatherface making a chair out of somebody, it's Pan making a flute out of them. I didn't rescue this guy, did I? No, I did. Okay. Right, I had to. I got the purple chest. So many guards. Alright, let's find that vanilla flute location. It's 300 bucks. Alright. Stories like that tend to be about gods chasing after women, ends up an allegory for families breaking up or other fortune changes. Alright, we're gonna go do, Did I visit the guy under the bridge? I don't know that I visited the guy under the bridge. I'm gonna go visit the guy under the bridge real quick. I feel like I should have. Oh, I definitely did. I had the flippers. Why would I not? If I had a drachma every time a woman turned into a plant to escape horny Roman god, I could pay Charon, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. Excellent. Well done. What am I doing? I'm going to Ice Palace. Three items. But it's much more accessible than Turtle Rock, which currently is not accessible at all. I do have the red cane, so I can do this place backwards. Look at that, I PG-13'd it. There's our big key already. That's great. If I need to find the big key, I don't mind finding it first. Too far. Come on. What is it? Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Too far again. No. That's right. Okay, in we go. We are officially backbreaking this dungeon. You know, I'm sure somebody did at some point, but I cannot for the life of me think of a pro wrestler whose finisher was the backbreaker. Wait, I thought the Minotaur was a Poseidon thing. I need to go down here? No, I don't need to go down here. Is he? Oh, I thought Poseidon was the one who, took the form of a bull? I don't know. I don't know. Well, there's my Turtle Rock access. We don't like to see that. Yeah, Greek mythology is not exactly nice to women. That's putting it lightly. Though, to be fair, Greek mythology wasn't really nice to anybody. Let's face it, who had a good time in Greek mythology? Like, the only people who arguably are, like, not having the world's worst time are only not having the world's worst time because they're able to adequately kill monsters. Like, just Theseus. And I'm sure he eventually had a bad time. Get back in that corner. Alright, well, there we go. There's our 3 items. God, it's like one of my classes. They were talking about, like, there's a thing in theology called a theodicy, which is, like, how you explain the presence of evil in a world. And they were, like, talking about the story of Lot and his wife, right? Or not Lot and his wife. Job and his family. God, I hate this. I'm gonna have to go to Turtle Rock. Job and his family. So the whole thing where, like, you know, God kills his family and to see if it makes him hate him. Just terrible stuff. And at the end, they're like, "We've blessed you with new farm animals and a new wife and new children." And it's like, what about the dead kids? What about them? Do they not get to come back? No. It just matters that he got new kids. The dead kids, screw them. They don't matter. It feels vaguely like in the Rime of the Ancient Mariner. So here's the thing is, like, even, like, as I understand it, the original idea is, you know, obvious, yeah, a kid doesn't really have, like... Does the idea of the quickening and, like, a child breathing its first breath is when it gets, like, a soul? So, like, in theory, that should be the basis of the thing, but, like, I don't know. There's also the whole thing of, like, so many kids died, you know, before age 5 that it was just, like, don't get too attached. You don't know if they're going to stick around that long. Can't believe I'm doing another pendant dungeon. If we find the flute, we get out immediately. That is all we're here for. Flute. There's our big key. Oh yeah, no, of like the Greek gods, Hades seems like the fairest of the bunch, which, you know, it's nonsense that they made him the villain in the movie, but, you know, that's what they went for. Like, Hercules has a villain. It's Hera. She fucking hates that guy. But in the Disney movie, she was all smiley, smiley, I like this guy. And it's like, what? It is. It is 100% just like... guy who rules the underworld. He's like Satan, right? It's like, no, he's not. They're like, well, we want him to be. It fits with our story better. It's like, why does it fit with your story better? Your story's wrong. Part of me wants to be like they didn't do it to Pocahontas, but oh my god, did they do a lot of bad things to Pocahontas. God, making her his mother is like... Chocobo. Making Hera Hercules' mother is like the ultimate I didn't read the source material moment. Like, why would you do Hercules? I mean, I get it, he's like the original hero. Not original, but you know. God, I hate to say it. The Sorbo series was better. I watched the hell out of that as a child. You could say that these days, look at it, Sorbo, I am disappointed. Yeah, that series was fun. Not necessarily because of him, though. Like, he was fine. I mean, Hercules isn't, that interesting of a character. He had, a lot of, good supporting cast. Bombs. Okay? Yeah, his sidekick, Iolus, was great. The villains... You know what? Even that series didn't do, Hera as the villain. I think at the point that series is happening, Hercules kind of is, no longer being picked on by Hera. And instead now, he's getting picked on by Ares. Which, let's be honest, if you're gonna just randomly pick a Greek god to make into a dick, Ares is probably your best option. The flute! Peacing out. Did I need to enter the light world? I didn't! Okay. Oh my god, if I need... Okay, I just had a thought. I don't know what medallion I need to gain entrance to that dungeon, Misery Mire. If it's Bombos, I need to go back to Turtle Rock and finish looking. Or it could be in the Mire Shed area. I'm not prepared to rule that out. There's 3 medallions. Okay, Young Hercules with Ryan Gosling. I am aware of it. It had one of my favorite puns that you could do that's also Greek-themed. Ares sent his little buddy Discord to infiltrate the hero school that Hercules was training at with, Iolus and Jason. And so he shows up, and they're just like, oh, I've never seen you before. What's your name, new kid? And he tells them his name is Nisus Gaius. And that straight up could actually be an ancient Greek name. I kind of love it. It's Quake. I can do this. Biggest dickus, yes. Same energy, absolutely. I know I should be going directly to the place, but we're lollygagging a little for a piece of heart and a little bit of money. But yeah, Gaius, Caesar's got one of those in his name. Nisus, that is straight up another thing. It worked so well. Also, fun fact, okay, growing up, when I was in high school, one of my friends from over there was, apparently big into Xena fanfiction. You'll never believe it, she was quite gay. We stand people who figured it out in high school. Good work. You beat us all to it. But yeah, big into Xena fanfiction, and was at one point she just, we were all hanging out, and I'm like, I like this stuff, and she's like, oh, who's your favorite character from it? And I'm like, my favorite character from, the shared Xena Hercules universe is Autolycus, the Prince of Thieves. Because he's super entertaining. And she's like, well, of course it is. That's, Bruce Campbell. And I'm like, that name doesn't mean anything to me. I just really like the character. I hadn't seen Evil Dead at that point. So my initial exposure to Bruce Campbell was the schlocky Hercules Xena shows that Sam Raimi produced. And that was enough to make me love the character. God, I always love stories like that, where somebody's just like, oh, it's totally... somebody's like, oh, I think I like boys. And it's like, okay, well, you like girls too, right? Yeah. It's like, okay, well, that's normal then. Everybody goes that way. And it's like the guy's father didn't realize he's bi. It's like, that's what that is. Where is key? I need big key. I have a feeling that there's like much better routing to do in this dungeon than what I do. We'll see. I don't know. I'll have to look it up sometime. We will use our last small key to get in here. And then kill this jellyfish for a small key. Leave that crystal switch alone, because... Ow. I want to get this chest. For $20. I'm probably looking at vanilla big key now, aren't I? That, or this thing is going to give me... No, it could be in a small key chest over there. It could be either. I do wonder... Oh! I've watched a little bit of Burn Notice, but not enough to really get a feel for it, but it did seem like it would be interesting. And having Bruce Campbell is always, you know, A+. He shows up in one episode of The Librarians. Compass. Alright, I know where the big key is. Let's go get it. He shows up in one episode of The Librarians. It was the Christmas episode. He plays Santa. And that was fantastic. I know what you're thinking. Santa? The heck? So they need to get Santa's hat back. It's been stolen. It contains all of the holiday cheer that's been gathered up throughout the rest of the year. But because somebody's stolen Santa's hat, he is like slowly reverting to previous versions of Santa. Big key chest is just going to be another small... Is it a... No, it could be not a small key. Yeah, so he's reverting to previous versions of Santa. So there's just one scene where they're like in a bar and he ends up getting super drunk and starting a bar fight because he turns into Odin. And that's Viking behavior, I guess. Yeah, small key. Okay. Alright, well, we'll see what the boss has. Probably another small key. Though, funny enough, in the lore of the show, they did give Santa a brother. He's like... They call him the Saint of Thieves. And, like... Thieves worship him, I guess? And what he's done is he wants to steal Santa's sleigh. Like, that's his thing. He wants... So somebody needs to present him with Santa's sleigh for Thanks-taking. Which I believe was the name of his Christmas. Now, I feel the Librarians would be a good watch for us when we finish Farscape, unless you've got something else you want to do. Also, yes, we've been watching through Farscape. It's so good. Oh, the question is, do you want to do the movies or just the TV show? They are connected. Yeah, YouTube audience, if you've not seen Farscape, do yourself a favor, give it a watch. It's a sci-fi series about an astronaut who goes through a wormhole. Winds up on the weird side of the galaxy. And, you know, things happen. He gets space adventures, and, aliens are done by the Jim Henson Company. I have not been paying attention to the race room. 3 people finished already. We're gonna cape this guy. They all finished within 2 minutes of each other, so some of these folks are quick. Alright, give me small key. This goddamn dungeon with its small keys. This game making me touch every pendant dungeon. Alright, here we go. We now fly up the mountain. We're gonna go, I guess we'll hook along the bridge. That's what we'll do. We'll use the bridge. Ah! Okay. Excuse me. I will say also, Librarians has this going for it. In the first season of the show, Matt Frewer is the villain. And, he's great. He's a Canadian B-movie actor. I can't even say B-movie actor. He's been in a lot of A movies, too. He was in Watchmen. He had a prominent part in Watchmen. Rorschach hid in his fridge. If you've seen the Netflix Castlevania series, he was the priest who burned Dracula's wife in the first season. And if you're old, you might be familiar with the character Max Headroom. That was also him. There's another person finishing up in 4th place. God, and I'm just starting the last dungeon. We'll see. It's possible the big key is in one of the first chests. And then you just zip right up the mountain. I know he provided a voice in Gargoyles too. But not like a regularly occurring character. God, I just have a lot of shows that I'm like, this would be a thing you would like. And it's just like, here's a different take on mythology. I know your jam, and I'm putting it on the bread for you. How close am I to another heart? Not one away, I know that much now. Oh yeah, we did have another concept where we were like, this is something that might be good. Is the, Oh, silver arrows! Sweet! I was hoping I'd find those. Yeah, we also got into the tick a little bit. That was also on the list. Not what I want to do. I want to hook over. Also, the Max Headroom pirate signal is pretty great. Well, there's Bombos, just in case I wanted to... I don't even need it for anything. Right, we did start Gargoyles when I found out that your TV could do Disney+. Or did I stream that off of my phone? I had my Chromecast with me, so that was an option. That would make sense. $20. Okay. God, there's just 2 people not finished yet. It's me and Saku. I will say, Chromecast is amazing. I love it. I have made so much use of it. There's our big key. And we've refreshed our bombs too. Okay, let's climb the tower. Excuse me. Walk these guys on out of there. Zoop, zoop. I want more arrows. Let's get out the cape. So I can do that. And then we'll use the blue cane here. Yeah, God, Gargoyles really does it too. Just like, here's the mythology. And a little bit of fucking around with it. It's great. God, Gargoyles is so good. I also considered downloading DuckTales just to have it to show. But like, at this point, there's so much else on the plate that I don't want to be like, let's move this to the front of the line. 'Cause it was good, but like, a lot of it is just... a lot of it I really am fond of because it has references to the old 90s properties that I'm so familiar with. I don't know necessarily that you would get the same thing out of it that I did. Like, as lovely and touching as the scene is of Della Duck singing the theme song from the moon from the DuckTales NES game, I don't know that it's something that necessarily would mean anything to you, other than that it's a great song. How did that make it past my shield? That don't make any sense. Oh, arrow refill. That's nice. Lamp. Whatever, I'll get shot in the side a little bit, it's fine. I don't need you guys. Excuse me. And there's Saku done. Okay, I'm officially last. Oh. Oh, look at that. Butter sword. Glad I stopped for that chest. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Okay. I survived. It's just me. But you know what? We're almost done. Why did I grab that? I know why I grabbed that, because I'm not racing anybody anymore. No! Now we're running. Okay. You know what? Butter Sword will be useful just for getting Ganon done quicker. Miserable. That could have been a 3-hit. I'm not counting, I'm just going to keep hitting him until he's dead. Guys, please. There, he's dead. Alright. I will always think of this game when I think of that parlor game, Backgammon, because of that terrible pun I made the other week. Okay, let's get the cape ready. Nutrition, there we go. Okay. I'm terrible at counting these hits too. I'm sure he's in his next phase already. Okay, now he's all upset because I got silvers. I think this will be it. Yeah, I can get 2 hits off of that, sure. Alright, now I just gotta get ready to hit the done button and be officially finished last. Which is very whatever, I don't mind finishing last. It means I played this game longer than anybody. That's a win in my books. Done. This was a 7000 series train. Oh my god. That seed was a little bit miserable. But that's okay. It just kept us in suspense. This was a suspenseful seed. Oh. I'm not gonna say what I was thinking. My brain cooked up another one of those jokes. I'll DM you afterwards. Oh, man. Alright. Glove for sale. I know what everything is. I got it all. Wait, I didn't turn in the... I never got the mushroom, so I didn't turn that in. I guess it's bombs. Okay. Fat Cat Boy is rich again. He did have money. Yeah, they'll tell us about what's on the pedestal. Money. It says dancing pickles, but there's no pickles. Rupee Horde sleeps again forever. I will say the Cloud Sprite was okay. Nothing to write home about, I don't think. You know, I do like Cloud. Cloud is fun. You know, if you're going to swap out Link, you may as well find another video game twink to swap in for him. You know, that's why I picked Adol a few times there. God, the East series is so wild. Fedora made my sprite. Well, there you go. The East series is so wild at times because you're like, I'm playing as this tiny red-headed fella, and his adventuring companion is a giant muscle-bound, just buff guy. It's downright Darkwing Duck. First sword 12 minutes. It felt longer than that. Flute hour and 44. Thank you for that. Mirror 21 minutes. 2 fighter sword kills, 1 master sword killed, 5 tempered sword kills, 2 gold sword kills, 800 damage taken, 3,000 magic used. I love it. Magic's great. No deaths, no fairy revivals. 59 bonks though. I was in menus for 3.5 minutes. Argus Fight probably did something to that, and spent 9.5 minutes lagging. 181 out of 216 items collected. That's because this seed was a ridiculous item hunt. 2 hours and 6 minutes, according to the in-game timer. 2 hours and 9 minutes, according to the race room timer. Alright. I had a good bee and I didn't even realize it. Okay. Well, so that is the end of that race. And I guess that's where we say good night to YouTube. Good night, YouTube. Stay tuned. There will be a Fallout video in 2 days for you guys. A little bit longer for us over here on Twitch, live in the moment.